Hey guys, Shreyaan here, and today I'll be reviewing the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4. So let's get started. So first of all, I'll tell you all the specs, then I'll go into some of the features and some deeper dives into it. So the model I have with me is the 44mm version. This also comes in a 42 and a 46, and it also has another variant called the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic. So the difference between them, there's actually no big difference. The only difference is that instead of scrolling with the touch bezel over here, it has a physical dial. So you can turn the physical dial instead of using the bezel around. So that comes in a 44 and a 40, no, comes in a 46 and a 48. So that will cost you around $100 extra, like from the base minimum price, and then increments are kind of similar as you increase the size of the model. So first, let's talk about the battery life. The battery, I get battery with always on display off around 1 day and 12 hours. So that is around 36 hours. So I get around 36 hours of battery life in one single charge. And it does come with this useful magnetic charger, which just snaps in and started charging it right away, just like this. And it's pretty strong. It doesn't drop the watch even if it's at 90 degrees. So that's a pretty good feature. And this watch also has an internal microphone and an internal speaker. And the speaker on this are surprisingly loud. So I'm gonna do a quick demo. So you can, of course, since this is a WearOS watch, which means that this is running Android from Google, you can always run any apps on this. All you have to do is there's an app store on this which you can go to, download some apps, and it will download them for you onto the watch. This has 8 GB of onboard memory, so you can download pretty much anything you want as long as you don't fill up the space. Around half of the space is taken by the system, and I think around 4 GB is pretty much enough for you to store your photos locally on the watch, some of your music locally on the watch, and your apps. So I'm going to now show you the demo of the speakers. Give me a sec. Okay, so I have the demo ready now. This is at full maximum volume. So as you can hear, it's pretty loud, and for everyday use, even while walking outside, playing music while you're walking, I'm pretty sure this will be loud enough. And this also has an heart rate monitor, so it measures your heart rate. So it periodically measures your heart rate. You can change it to measure continuously forever, or you can change it to measure like once every 10 minutes when you're sitting still. And it has hundreds of exercising modes. So for example, it has walking, running, cycling, badminton, and walking, running, cycling, I already said that. Other workouts, leg raises, swimming in a pool. So this is water resistance. You can take this in a pool and be fine. You can run with a timer, running coach, it's called, circuit training, swimming outdoors, hiking, exercise bike, weight machine, and you name it. It basically has all the exercise that you will ever need. And it also counts your steps like any other watch, and it tells you the data. For example, today at the time of filming this video, I've done 6.7 kilometers, I've burned 226 calories, and I've climbed a total of 7 floors. And then it shows me a little graph where it shows me my best moment in the day. And then of course you can customize these goals like with any other watch. I have mine set to around 6,000 steps per day and 60 minutes of exercise a day. All of this data is synced to an app called Samsung Health. You can download it for iPhones and for iOS, and it also logs your food. It can log your sleep, and the sleep data in the app is pretty good. You can see it shows you a mini graph to tell you when you were awake, when you were in light sleep, and when you were in rapid eye movement mode. So it also records your blood oxygen and tells you. So what blood oxygen is basically the density of oxygen in your blood. So you can see it automatically measures it while you're sleeping. Of course, you can manually trigger it on the watch like this, and it will basically take a recording for you. And some other neat features that this watch has is challenges. So this is actually a Samsung Health feature. What you can do is, people who are on Samsung Health, for example, some of my friends are on Samsung Health, if I invite them to a challenge, we can actually race each other. So for example, this is one of the challenges I'm doing. We're seeing who can go the furthest in 14 days. And it of course shows you the steps leaderboard in a week. So it will show you how many steps you're ahead or how many steps you're behind. Or if you are, let's say, number 3, then to tell you how many steps to number 2 and how many steps to number 1. And Samsung Health also gives you a bunch of weekly summary. So it tells you your average active time, it tells you your average calorie intake if you're logging your food also, which the app does support, and the watch also supports. You can add it through the watch also. It tells you your average sleep time, it tells you some of your personal best. So in this column over here, it tells me my best step record, my most floors, my most maximum number of exercises, and it gives you these badges which kind of look good. So this is pretty neat. And there's an app called Health Sync which you can download on Android for free. What it basically does is syncs Google Fit to Samsung Health. So everything that's being recorded on this watch will go to Samsung Health and then will be synced to Google Fit, where you can take and log everything. So that's pretty neat. Some other cool things about this watch is there's a water mode. So if I turn on the water mode, so now I have the water mode on, and I can turn it off, and it plays this sound to eject the water. So this way, the speaker on the top, it can eject the this is the microphone. The speaker on the side can eject the water if there's any water in there, and the screen can also act as a flashlight, and it does get pretty bright. So this is the brightest it goes. You can also change the watch face of your watch. So you just press and hold this, and then it gives you a huge library of watch faces which you can choose from. So these are some of the pre-built ones. You can of course download more from the Play Store if you want. So all you have to do is swipe up, click the Play Store button, it should open Play Store for you, and then all you have to do is click watch faces. So it already has a section. It will show you some of the best apps for watch faces, and you can click and install them. That's pretty good. And it also has these 2 side buttons. I'm not sure if you can see them, but I'll put a close-up B-roll shot right here, and one is encoded with red and one is green. Oh, and if you didn't notice, I have the green version. This does come in white, pink and black. I went for the green version just to be a bit different. It's pretty neat. And the mechanism for strapping this is that this strap goes under this loop. So this is how the Apple Watch also does it. And for sports activities, this is actually much safer because the loop is always under the band, which makes it more secure and less likely to fall out when you are doing heavy sports. Overall, I'll say that this is a pretty good watch. I'll say it's comparable to the Apple Watch at Android levels. Oh, and this watch also has ECG and blood pressure. Though both of those functions are only available on Samsung phones. So if you are buying that only for this purpose, make sure you have a Samsung phone and you have the Samsung Health Monitor app. To wrap it all up, this watch is a pretty good watch for its price. It's not cheap, but it's not also extremely expensive compared to like the Apple Watches, which starts at around $3,000 Hong Kong dollars. That is off. and this has Qi wireless charging, and the battery life is great on this. And if you're looking to buy a smartwatch and it's your first smartwatch and you own an Android phone, I would highly recommend you to get this watch, because this tracks everything for you that you need. It logs everything nicely in the Samsung Health app. You can even access it all on the watch itself. You can get it in two variants, the LTE and the Bluetooth. I have the Bluetooth one, but the LTE will receive notifications even while your phone is disconnected. So for the Bluetooth one, it has to be connected for you to receive notifications and like send text from the messages, and you can even call from this. So that's pretty good. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.